I know many of you have just heard the speech not that long ago, but I'm going to say it again because there are many here that have not heard it. And it didn't take me long to write the speech because immediately as soon as I heard about Jim, it all came to me. It came out as just a feeling. And earlier when I was done with the speech, I got a little upset and I still can't get over it. But if you see me crying, you never saw me crying. I don't cry. This speech is not just a speech for me, but for all those who knew Jim as well or better than I did. Jim was one of the most outstanding people in the entire collection of people I know, which is quite a bit. I'm not saying this because it's a nice thing to say, but because it's true. He went painlessly, and I thank God for that. And so does everyone else here. Because now, he can go through no more pain. He has been healed of his wounds. And some might say that he has lost his battle with death, but really, the true thing is that he won. He asked for God for help to get away from his pain, and some of you might think that he lost and that God didn't help him, but really, God came in as a reinforcement and helped him, and he won the battle. And now he is healed, and he is at peace. He is no longer in any pain. That, I believe, is the most peaceful way to go. In your bed, asleep, you don't feel anything, it just comes. Jim Bridwell was an outstanding person and a big role model to me. To those that have seen the relationship between me and Jim, you will know that he was like, no, not like, he was a grandfather to me. He was the grandfather that I never had. Both of my grandfathers I never knew. They both died before I was born. My mom over here, she knows what I'm actually going through right here because my grandfather, her dad, died when she was 12. And he would have been proud of Jim for being the person he was to me. He loved me, and I loved him. I remember the moments that we had when I was young, all the way up until the last time I saw him. That time was in December, Christmas time. I came down to Pittsburgh to visit everybody. And I noticed then that he was really weak and he was really tired, but he still had his enthusiasm with him. He still liked to tease me a lot. And I teased him right back, and he still showed the very energetic and childish self that he would always show. I remember when I used to think that he was serious whenever he was teasing me. And he would tell me he was joking and give me a big fat nice hug. I also remember when I used to call him Gim. A little strange to call him his name wrong, but I was only very young. I called him that actually for around 6 or 7 years. Long time. But good times, huh? When I first learned that he died, I was in so much shock. I didn't know whether to laugh, cry, rage quit, or kill myself. When I first started breaking down and crying, just to where I couldn't stop, was when I called Reba. As soon as I heard her voice, it all just came out in emotion. At one point, I thought I would never breathe. My heart rate was racing, my mind was going crazy. I actually stuttered for a while. I asked my mother, she heard me stutter. It's kind of funny. But anyway, Jim was an over-exceptional man, if not even more. He will always have a place in my heart. And to pick out favorites, Reva's, Grant's, Bree's, Tyler's, Jessica, and Chuck's. I know he's watching us right now, saying to God, those are some outstanding people. So God, please bless them. Because that is what he would have wanted. For all those that he loved and cared for deeply, to be blessed, and to live a good and full life. He will miss us, as we will miss him. Most of all, a few of us that were very close to him. Again, I'm picking out favorites. Reva, I, Grant, Bree, Tyler, Jessica, and Chuck. Where we spent so much time with him that we will never be able to face the fact that in the end, he is gone. When I will go to Reva's house to spend time, the house will feel like it is missing something forever. There will always be an empty chair in that house that is not filled. An empty side of the bed that is not filled at night. But I will let you know that right now, he is always with us. And he will always be with us. And we will always remember that he will miss us as we will miss him. And he will always remember us as we will always remember him. And again, I'm picking out favorites. As Reva will remember him, as Grant, Bree, Tyler, Jessica, Chuck. I wrote this speech not because I just felt like writing a speech and talking in front of everybody, because those of you who know me really well, I like attention, but that's not the reason I wrote the speech. I wrote the speech because this is all true, and it will always be true. Jim is worth my time to do this. Jim is worth me skipping something that I really love, acting, skipping a forensics tournament, to come to this funeral and mourn for him, and show everybody that I care about him. He is worth my time to come down and see him. He is worth everything in the world. Thank you.